I'm going to conduct a Skype interview with a man who's facing charges that could land him behind bars for 58 years. He's Army Major Christian Kit Martin. Major Martin is a career regular Army officer, a U.S. Army Ranger, and a Master Army Aviator with some 1,000 hours of combat flying time, including 500 while using night vision gear. Now 47 years old, he's been to war and back 3 times, and is one of those rare soldiers who has fought both on the ground as an elite Army Ranger and in the air as an attack helicopter pilot. Still, nothing could have prepared him for the battle he's fighting now, trying to avoid becoming the next victim of the Pentagon sexual assault witch hunt.
As we started dating, she told me about her past. She said that she had 3 children. The oldest was 7 at the time, a boy. She told me that his father had died before he was born in a logging accident. He had been decapitated. That's a story you just don't forget. She also had 2 young girls, 2 and 9 months. Their father, she was supposedly just divorced from. And after we had dated a little bit, she told me the concerns that she had, that he was apparently stalking her, threatening her, breaking into her apartment. And he had actually sexually assaulted her and actually was sexually molesting the girls. And, I just couldn't believe that, and I felt that I needed to do something to try to help her. So at that point, I volunteered to rent a U-Haul for her, move all her items to a rental house that I owned at that time, and I set the children and her up there, free of charge. I even gave them some money for groceries and things like that so they could get by, so she could readjust. And at that point, I just basically stopped dating her. I didn't see that was, good for me to do that anymore. Again, started an argument with me in front of the children, and I told her at that point that I just wanted a divorce. I didn't want to go through this anymore. My adult daughter was there, and her immediate response was, and I quote, "If you divorce me, I will ruin your career. I will ruin your life. I know how to do it." And then she started to list other threats that she was going to do. At that point, I just said, "Hey," she said, "I'm going to tell them you're abusive." And I'm like, "You need to call the police if you think you're being abused." And then I was like, "You know what, I'll go down and call the police." So I went downstairs, I called the police, and I could tell she was shocked that I had done that. And the sheriff's department sent 3 deputies out, and they talked to everybody, investigated, determined nothing physical had happened, and then asked me to leave for the night. So my daughter and I went and got in a hotel room. The next day I thought I'd come home and we would just sort things out, determine what we wanted to do, but that didn't work out that way.
For more updates and information about Major Martin's case, visit bobmccarty.com.